us along with y'all shit. And to the essays, I ain't apologizing for shit. Look at this shit y'all do. NK on the wall. You go to the penitentiary, you against this. You got all the fucking jobs. You think you downing us. Let's go head up. Get your race, and I get my race, and let's go head up. And let's see who wins. In front of our women. In front of the world. Let's do that. Stop acting like y'all downing us. Y'all ain't downing. Y'all just bigger. Y'all need help. That's why he let the whole Mexico over here. Because y'all can't with us head up. Why you think when we go to the county jail, we go to the penitentiary, it's only a few niggas to a gang of y'all. And y'all think y'all running. Then when you go in there, you hanging with cowboys, the white boys. They don't like y'all. They want y'all out of motherfucking America. The white man don't like y'all. You know who y'all is? Y'all the new pales. This is what I've been telling my homies to say. You know how y'all like to say, here's the new word. And let's see if this hurts y'all. Call y'all when we greet y'all. What's up, illegal? What's up, back? Because y'all love saying nigga. That's what I say when I see my homies. What's up, illegal? What's up, back? There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because y'all say nigga, right? That's how we feel. Y'all looking at us, oh man, it's cool. It's cool to say back then. It's cool to say illegal immigrant. Nigga, blacks, I'm telling y'all, I'm representing Crip and Blood together. Straight the f*** out. I'm blue rag and red rag, and orange rag, and powder blue, and brown, and gold, and yellow, and gray, and green, and black. Stop f***ing with us. We don't owe you hating motherfuckers no apologies with all this f***ing hate y'all got for us. Stop that shit, homie. And I don't care what essay. If you pick the best essay to get on TV and confront me, I'm going to say it before you get on it. F*** you. Because you a hating motherfucker. You against us. Y'all don't love us, homie. And I mean that. I'm a full-fledged motherfucking Crip. And I'm down with the Bloods. I love them motherfuckers. I'll bump they motherfucking shit. So you can hear it, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. This is Crips.
Unfortunately.
All right. We're going to first start off by giving all praises and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the brothers throughout the four corners of the earth that's doing this work like Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai commanded us to do. Okay? I'm the servant and friend of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekah HaKodash. My name is Milchamah-ba, coming back at you with another video. And I've been kind of keeping an eye somewhat on this little incident right here that's been going on with this situation that happened with these gangs out in LA. And I believe this situation here is still racial tension from amongst the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, okay? And got a lot of back and forth still, even as far as I've been knowing, it's been like that for decades, because when I was out on the West Coast, it was like that, and that was back in the 80s, okay, or late 80s when I went out there. No, yeah. It was probably mid 80s, I think, when I went out there. I went to high school, and I always had issues with Edomites and so-called Hispanics, Mexicans, men. Now the women, much love to the women, because they showed me interest, and I was interested too. So, but with this situation here, you got one gang, I believe it's the Avalon, and I think they Avalon Crips, I believe it is, and some other Mexican gang. I believe it's I can't say exactly who it is, to be honest with you. But anyway, they've been going back and forth. This is the latest popular issue right here. So you got this guy here on the left, the T-shirt on. He's supposed to be an OG from the gang that's into it with these Mexicans, okay? And he wasn't the issue, but he was checking his little homeboy that got into it with some Mexicans. So this guy here on the left, I think his name is OG Tom Slick, and he was trying to, I guess he was doing a DP, or said the young dude needed a DP for disrespecting the Mexicans. But the guy you heard on the speaking, he's from the other gang down here, 99 Mafia Crip. I guess that's the name of them. Forgive me, I don't understand. I don't know who's who, but I believe I understand this little part of it. So, they probably say, why are you speaking on this? I'm speaking on this because this is an end time prophecy. The Lord's tell you in the scriptures that, you're going to have a war against, these different factions. You're going to have a war against everybody. War, there's going to be, like the scripture said, the Lord said he was going to have, he came not to bring peace on earth, but division. Okay. And the division is definitely, has been, since I've known it, with northern and southern kingdom, even in ancient times. Okay. There's a split there, and the Lord tells you in the book of Ezekiel that he was going to bring the northern and southern kingdom together eventually. Okay. All right. So, well, right now you still got a division among them. So, I don't know what's going to happen with this situation here, but, it's definitely going to be some blood spill, which it's been blood spill, but it hadn't come to the point of so much blood spill to where both northern and southern kingdom to see their differences, or lay down their differences, and and become a family again eventually. But we're gonna see, because I believe that it's probably gonna have some blood spill. Then eventually it'll get to where it's somebody gonna have to show some respect. But in this case, I'm believing the Mexicans gonna have to show some respect, because you don't have that with so-called Negroes, because the black gangs, they bang among themselves, but then you have the Mexican gang, they'll come in, they gang bang, but they have a perpetual hatred like Esau against the so-called Negroes or black gangs. Okay. And I noticed this, and that guy here that was speaking, he said that you stop wearing how you're dressing like we dress. What he meant by that is so-called black people. He wanted, he sent that request: stop dressing like we dress, stop listening to our music, and so on and so forth. Because I noticed that, all of the oldies that so-called Mexicans listen to out on the West Coast, it's all so-called black people, all black artists, everything. So don't say that you're racist against okay, us as a people, and then but you listen to the music. They listen to Whitey, okay, Esau, so-called white man. I think I probably stop calling him Whitey and call him Reddy. Stop listening to the red man, okay. And that's what you have. It's like, the guy said, from 99 Mafia Crip said that, when they go to jail or to the prison, they side with cowboy, or the so-called white man. So, hey, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this situation here. It's like it's a movie, in itself, But let's see if I can grab. Oh yeah,
There is a substance found.
Salaki. I got a video I want to show you. Let's go back to it. This video here, and this video here is a L.A. police officer that followed this so-called black guy home. It's just short, but he said he'd been harassing him. So I'm gonna let you hear it.
Feeling? How you feeling, bitch?
On your way, bro.
How you feeling, bitch? You gonna be in my neighborhood harassing me every day, so I'm gonna harass you right now. How you feeling, bitch? You in my neighborhood every day harassing me. You in my neighborhood every day fucking harassing me. Yeah. 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 That's why you know where I live. Pull up to the boxing gym.
Look at this. Followed me into my driveway.
How you feeling? How you feeling, bitch?
Way, bro.
So
How you feeling, bitch?
that's what it is, And I when I lived out there, I had the same situation. I had a incident where I'm walking down the street. I'm from the South, and but I kind of took hold to acknowledge what was going on real quick. But I'm walking down the street with two Hispanic girls, and a Mexican police officer passed through. And the city that I was living in at the time was Alhambra, California. And he seen me walking with them. He busts a U-turn and blocks us off and let them keep walking. He told them to go ahead, and they waited. And they was like, "Nah, he with us," He made them walk on, and he threw my hands on the hood of the car. That motherfucker car be hot as a damn iron. And frisked me and asked me where I was going, and I told him blah blah blah, and ain't nothing he had. He couldn't find nothing, or probably at the time he probably wanted to plant something on me, but he couldn't. I guess he didn't have anything. But this is a so-called Mexican police officer. Same thing this guy here said in this video. He said that they have they have the backing of the crooked police officers. Now you can probably check this guy out or check this video out if you want on this page here. And I'm gonna use this particular segment of this video under the Fair Use Act. Okay, and this is for educational purposes only. Okay, so we'll get a couple of scriptures, maybe one, two. Okay, so Salaki. I don't think this is what I was looking for. This is something else I was checking out on. Let's see. We're gonna grab the one. I think that's in Matthew's. Salaki. Yeah, Matthew's 10:34. It says, "Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay? So the Lord said he came not to send peace on earth. You know, you have a lot of people always say they want peace and all this and that, but, you know, it's not going to be peace in these end times. The Lord is going to make it, going to bring everything to a head, man, where it's going to be chaotic in the earth. Matthew 10:35, for I come to say that man against variance against his father and against his daughter and against his mother and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. A man's foe shall be they of his own house. Okay. You know, and you know, you can use that twofold because, you know, the northern and southern kingdom is really of the same house, man. Okay. But with this back and forth, you know, I don't know if, you know, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with it. Okay, so it's definitely going to be something to keep your eyes on. Okay, it's going to be definitely a lot of bloodshed with this situation because this is an ongoing thing. Like I said, this thing has been going on for years, man, decades, you know. And, you know, and the reason, you know, it's been like that because, you know, this is what they want. You know, they put these guys in position to oppress the southern kingdom. They got it to where the northern kingdom is oppressing the southern kingdom. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely gonna get gritty out there, you know, because you know it's been going on for so long, you know. It's gonna come to a head, and it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed. So, hey, we can look forward to some bloodshed out on the West Coast, and you know, and with the situation with the so-called Mexicans and so-called Negroes or whatever, you know, out here on the in the South, you don't have that because they not as deep like they are on the West Coast, you know. And maybe you know you have in Texas they have you know because they like the dude say, you know, y'all bring the whole Mexico in. You know, Texas is close to Mexico, so but you don't really see it like that, not out on the streets, but definitely, you have a few of them out there. Like I think the last little situation was the Mexican girl that was a police officer, you know, and it's like she'll pull somebody over, and you know she had some racial things to say. I think she ended up getting fired from the police force, but that's what you know. That's how it is. You know, when you give them a little bit of power, you know they want to oppress their own. You know, but hey, you never see that situation with so-called black people, or vice versa. You know, with the situation. If we had the power, we don't oppress so-called Mexicans, man. But you know, it is what it is. You know, so look forward to some gang banging and some stuff to hit, you know, the news circuit, you know, soon. So we're gonna end it there and give all praises and honor to Yahweh Shemi Shai. Till the next time, we say Shalom.